wise, never catch your girls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine, divine word from the wise, never catch your girls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine, sing. The truth is what I'm about to bring. Listen to the message I sing. I want to shine like diamond ring for you, for you, for you. The truth is what I'm about to bring. Listen to the message I sing. I want to shine like diamond ring for you. I want to thank God for the gift that He granted to me, to break down things so you can see the truth, the light with all my soul. From funk, jazz and rock and roll, I say we can man rule what's overdue. A revolution you and I may come true. We all born sinner and we won't break free until we overcome hypocrisy. So stop pointing finger, reach to the sky, listen to the message, hold your head high, say na 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 na. Hey, we need to stop speculating and move into action. The war isn't waiting, it's just getting disastrous. Time to change the way we think, what we say, what we do, strategize, find the tools to build and execute. We are the ones that's chosen, chosen. The enemy is closing, closing. They got the masses hypnotized. It's time for us to open their eyes. Word from the wise, never catch girls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine, divine. Word from the wise, never catch your girls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine, divine. Word from the wise, never catch your girls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine, divine. Word from the wise, never catch your girls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine. Say, word from the wise, never catch your pearls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind.
To have melanin embedded in our skin is a gift.
Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black?
Too strong?
Yeah.
We were born to be great.
Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black?
Born to be great.
Peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us. Right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now releasing our first free e-course. Come and learn about Gye-Nyame journey, see some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe. Tribe up with us and check out the free e-course. We'll make sure that the URL pop up right about here. And it'll probably be somewhere in here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about Gye-Nyame journey, and let's build together.
To have melanin embedded in our skin is a gift.
Oh my gosh, when I say two.
Word from the wise, never catch girls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine, divine. Word from the wise, never catch girls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine. Sing, the truth is what I'm about to bring. Listen to the message I sing. I want to shine like diamond ring for you, for you, for you. The truth is what I'm about to bring. Listen to the message I sing. I want to shine like diamond ring for you. I want to thank God for the gift that He granted to me, to break down things so you can see the truth, the light with all my soul. From funk, jazz and rock and roll, I say we can men rule what's overdue. A revolution you and I may come true. We all born sinner and we won't break free until we overcome hypocrisy. So stop pointing finger, reach to the sky, listen to the message, hold your head high, say na 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 na. Hey, we need to stop speculating and move into action. The war isn't waiting, it's just getting disastrous. Time to change the way we think, what we say, what we do, strategize, find the tools to build and execute. We are the ones that's chosen, chosen. The enemy is closing, closing. They got the masses hypnotized. It's time for us to open their eyes. Word from the wise, never catch girls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine.
Verbal delegation. In that society, Dr. Brown, Mr. Deity. Politics, money, religion, they divide us. Let's bring it back together with some K's right beside us. Stars shine bright, sucker, how you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us. Politics, money, religion, they divide us. Let's bring it back together with some K's right beside us. Stars shine bright, sucker, how you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us. Mr. Deity, where you been? In my corner of the ring, fighting life, trying not to get counted out or throw in the towel. On the ropes I'ma lean till my vision see clean, blood in my eye. This world is a bad dream. As long as money's king, I feel funny in my being. You can see it when I walk and you hear my shackles cling. IMAX, bigger picture, niggas still don't see a thing. It's 2014, still flag torching. Fucking inflation make it hard to cop groceries. So don't be surprised if someone run up with that sorcery. Levitate your wallet, give me the loot. Chris Wallace, capitalizing, democracy at its rawest. Sucker, you the trees, I'm the forest, I'm the earth, you a Taurus, I'm Black Jesus, you don't know who a Saw is. Hannibal Victorious, every bar is a battalion. Spirit of a panther with the Kevlar medallions. Politics, money, religion, they divide us. Let's bring it back together with some K's right beside us. Stars shine bright, sucker, how you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us. Politics, money, religion, they divide us. Let's bring it back together with some K's right beside us. Stars shine bright, sucker, how you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us. They still got our children pledging allegiance to flags that spill red and blue blood to white out history we had. No Django 8 years ago, took my chains off. 4-man sword, Hotep and took James off. 80% of prisons overpopulated with colored brothers. 30% of our children aborted by mothers. Most of the gun violence is a brother on another. Most of the work on the street, we sell to one another. What's the equation to these mathematics? When you control the minds and the economy, multiply the madness. The ghetto's an experiment created by your masters. We tried to change that shit, but they killed all the Panthers. Fred Hampton, bullet holes in a bloody mattress. This Liberation Patriot Act, terrorist action, sponsored by your local revolutionary rapper. I voted for assassination, you can cast my ballot. Politics, money, religion, they divide us. Let's bring it back together with some K's right beside us. Stars shine bright, sucker, how you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us. Politics, money, religion, they divide us. Let's bring it back together with some K's right beside us. Stars shine bright, sucker, how you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us. Politics, money, religion, they divide us. Let's bring it back together with some K's right beside us. Stars shine bright, sucker, how you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us. Politics, money, religion, they divide us. Let's bring it back together with some K's right beside us. Stars shine bright, sucker, how you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us. They divide us. K's right beside us. How you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us. They divide us. K's right beside us. How you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us.
Women, but the most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey. The woman who draws, who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her, is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the Golden Fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero, is a
Community bank, invest in the community. It's not enough just to make loans in the community.
Lovely thing about the community bank is they know what you're kind of going through.
We use every facet, from truck loans to equipment loans. They feel like part of my team.
Community Bank has been an important part of our growth and success.
The community bank is trying to grow the community. No matter what happens, they'll always be my first call.
All experiences are positive. I mean, I've never had a bad experience with Community Bank.
Great day, great day, great day. This is Brother Hatim coming at you with tribal quotes. On this show, we are going to look at using quotes and proverbs to move us forward in the journey of life, moving us towards success and power, prosperity and joy. And what I want to do right now is, this is the introduction. So anybody that start following this show, I'm always going to refer back to this episode, because understanding this episode right here will help you be able to use what's going to happen with the book. Now, what I'm going to do each day is I'm going to pull from my book Tribal Quotes over the next 90 days. And I'm going to read all 3 of the proverbs, but then I'm going to choose one of the proverbs and give you what I got from it. Now, what you can do is you can follow along in the book with me and pick a proverb and post what you think. You can post it on my Gye-Nyame Journey site. You can post it on, because I have a Gye-Nyame Journey group on Facebook and Twitter. So what I'll do is I'll make those available so that other people can post their thoughts and their ideas. Or you can just post it on the show. I got a comment piece on the show, so feel free to post, because what I want to do is to start getting people to start doing the work. Because it's one thing to talk about it, it's another thing to actually start doing the work. And I know you're thinking, Brother Hatim, just dealing with these proverbs is not going to make my life any easier. Now, if you listen to my show on Give Yourself Permission, we were talking about maintenance of thoughts. That your life goes where your thoughts go. You create your reality around what you're thinking. If you are feeling and starting your day with words of wisdom from ancestors, with words of wisdom from cultures, from different cultures, healthy words every day, you are empowering yourself to move above and beyond in 2014. Because remember, those of you that's with me on Give Yourself Permission, we're giving ourselves permission not only to take 2014, but we're taking everything after that as well. 2015, 2016, 2025, 2037, 2056, I don't care. We're taking it all. This is our time now. So I want you to really listen to these instructions, and I want you to follow them. All right, as closely as you can. Some of the stuff you're not going to be able to do if you don't want to follow me, but others you can do. Now I'm drinking some tea. I'm gonna do a write up on this tea, and I think that's why I'm coughing. So excuse me. This is from my book, Gye-Nyame Journey Workbook, Tribal Quotes. And what I'll do is I will, on my newsletter, I will post where you can get this book, so that if those of you that want to follow me, you can follow me. So I'm gonna read the introduction. My love for proverbs and quotes began in 1989 when, frustrated on the Ohio State campus, I stumbled on the Black Studies Library hidden in the main library. For me, this was like finding a diamond in the rough, because I never knew that a place like this existed. I began walking through, and a little book fell into my hands that changed my life forever. The book was named The African Openings to the Tree of Life. This little book was full of wisdom, and that became apparent from the first proverb I read. I still remember it. Those who are not willing to sacrifice will not be fulfilled. Ever since that day, I have been sharing that book with everyone that comes into my life. That is how profound its effect was on me. I began to read other quotations of proverbs and felt that there had to be a way to help people wrestle with the wisdom that lies in these words of power. This was the start of my quest. I took the Tree of Life and started keeping a log on each proverb and how they affected my life. This book is my attempt to share that experience with the reader. Although I didn't use any quotes from the Tree of Life, I have been able to compile a book full of proverbs that could be used in the same way. This workbook is designed to introduce you to the wisdom that comes from every corner of the globe, and if you complete the exercises, it will introduce you to the wisdom that lies within you. How to use the book. After years of going through this process, I have found that it is best to do them in the proper season. Although you can start right now, I suggest you start or restart the process in the proper season. The proper season is easy to find and will be explained more in depth in another book. If you want more information about the right time to start and determine your personal season cycle, feel free to check out my website at www.gyenyame.com. Alright, but here we go anyway. The year is broken down into 4 seasons that we all can clearly see and feel. We know that certain activities are to be done in these seasons. The seasons are spring, summer, fall, and winter. We go through these seasons every year, but many of us do not know that on the micro level or personal, we go through seasons as well. Our seasonal patterns may not align with the seasons that are happening on the macro or the world level. The spring cycle of our year begins on your birthday and runs for 91.25 days, and then we move into the next season. For example, if you were born on September 5th, it would be best for you to begin on September 5th and write for the next 90 days to get the best use from this book. The author suggests that you begin your log in the spring of your personal year. The spring is the time you're planting the spring is the time for planting new seeds into the soil of the mind. And these quotes and proverbs are definitely seeds. You will notice that underneath each quote or proverb there is a number 1 and 2. On the line marked 1, you define the proverb for yourself. Break it down and see what is in it for you. On line 2, write out what lessons you have learned from your definition and how you can use it in your life to move you towards success. When you begin this process, you will find proverbs that resonate with you and some that you hate. That is okay. Stick to your commitment and work through. You will also run into some repeats as well. If you find a proverb repeated, that is your chance to look at your growth while in the midst of the process. Find where it repeats and compare your answer. You may be shocked at how different you answer the same proverb or quote. After your 90 days are done, I have placed 10 more pages so that you can choose and continue following the proverbs that I post on my blog. I also suggest that you keep a diary on the side to monitor when the wisdom that you are reading and writing about starts to appear in your life experiences. Write down these experiences and notice how you react. Upon completion of the 90-day challenge, yourself to look back a year from your start date and see how you would redefine and what new insights you may find. Finally challenge yourself to use these quotes and proverbs in your conversations and your writing. When we do this, we learn more from them. There's a proverb that states that when we teach, we learn. Enough said. Peace and 100 years. This is Brother High Tim. I'd like to thank you for tuning in for the introductory session of Tribal Quotes. We will be here 5 days a week dropping quotes for you. So get ready. I'm going to post where you can find this on the site and as well as in my newsletter. Those that's interested in the newsletter, feel free to hit me up on my speaker station, or you can look me up on Facebook or Google Plus. HA2TIM. That should take you to me. All right. This is Brother High Tim saying, I pray that your day is as beautiful as you are, and thank you for joining me.
Community was just hands down. That was our choice. It was a no-brainer. It's like a friendship thing to me.
It makes it so nice dealing with people that have the same values as you.
I feel that Community Bank does care about not only my business, but me personally.
Community Bank still has enough power, but small enough to have personal touch.
They're working with you. They're like the old-time bank. When I first started, that's the way the old banks used to be. And Community seems to be that bank, the same old bank.
Community was just hands down, that was our choice. It was a no-brainer. It's like a friendship thing to me.
It makes it so nice dealing with people that have the same values as you.
I feel that Community Bank does care about not only my business, but me personally.
Community Bank still has enough power, but small enough to have personal touch.
They're working with you. They're like the old-time bank. When I first started, that's the way the old banks used to be. And Community seems to be that bank, the same old bank.
Great day, great day. This is Brother Hatim coming at you live with Tribal Quotes. Now, we on day one. Now, I advise everybody that's listening to the show, I would advise you to go and plug into the first part with an introduction. And in the introduction, I tell you how to use the book. Now, you don't necessarily need the book, but you get the book, and by purchasing the book, you help the journey. So I can continue doing what I'm doing in a more focused fashion, because that's my goal. I want to be a little bit more focused at what I'm doing. So excuse me. Now, so here we go. We in Gye-Nyame Journey Workbook, Tribal Quotes. I'm on day one. So we're going to read the Proverbs. I'm going to pick one of the Proverbs. And from that proverb, what I'm going to do is I'm going to define it. Alright, so I'm going to read these three. You pick which one is good for you, and you can also leave what you think about it on my here on the Spreaker on the station. You can also go to Gye-Nyame Journey. Gye-Nyame Journey on Facebook. You can follow that, or you can follow me on Google Plus on my Gye-Nyame Journey site. You can comment on that as well. But you got to join those. All right. So here's day one. Proverb 1: strength and wisdom are not opposing values. That's by William J. Clinton. Bill Clinton. Wow. Alright, next one. When a person places the proper value on freedom, there is nothing under the sun that he will not do to acquire that freedom. Whenever you hear a man saying he wants freedom, but in the next breath he is going to tell you what he won't do to get it, or what he doesn't believe in doing in order to get it, he doesn't believe in freedom. A man who believes in freedom will do anything under the sun to acquire or preserve his freedom. Malcolm X. The cultivator, or Proverb 3, let me say it. The cultivator is alone, but those who eat are many. And it's from Shambhala. Alright, so the one I'm going to pick is Proverb 3. So let's look at step 1. I'm going to read it just for those who are new. On the line marked 1, you define the proverb for yourself. You break it down and see what's in it for you. The cultivator is alone, but those who eat are many. My number 1 is basically that proverb is saying to me, and remember, this is a personal work. I want you to remember that it's a personal work, so I want you to define it for yourself. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to read it again, and I want you to pull the wisdom out of it for yourself. Okay? So I want you to pull the wisdom out for yourself. Okay? So The cultivators alone, but those who eat are many. So this means that a cultivator is somebody who actually goes out and lays out the field. They actually do the work. And many of us in my life, this has played out in several different ways. But this means that usually there's one person that's doing the work, and there's many people that benefits off the focus and the good work of one person. All right, that's my definition. And then in part 2, we're going to look at it on the line mark 2. We write out what lessons you have learned from your definition, and how can you use it in your life to move towards your success. Now, from this proverb, the thing that I'm realizing in my life, the things that I have been experiencing is when I get focused and I really start doing the things that I love to do, those people around me that I love also get the benefit from that. They might not necessarily totally agree with what I'm doing, but when I cultivate something, I'm cultivating myself. Right now, I'm working on myself. I'm doing that personal work. I'm planting those seeds. But as they start sprouting, my family is able to eat better. My friends are able to learn more. I'm able to get more creative and create shows like this. So this proverb is working in my life. I know that I got to get out there and do the work, and I can't wait for other people to come and do the work. I have to go out and cultivate the field myself. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people might join me when they start seeing the fruits, but first they got to start seeing the fruits. And in order for the fruits to start, I have to start doing the work. And you have to start doing the work. So this is Brother Hatim. I'm looking forward to some of your comments. I'm looking forward to some of your insights. I'm looking forward to see which one of these proverbs you're going to choose. And once again, let me run through them. Number 1, strength and wisdom are not opposing values. William J. Clinton. Proverb 2, when a person places the proper value on freedom, there's nothing under the sun that he will not do to acquire that freedom. Whenever you hear a man saying he wants freedom, but in the next breath he's going to tell you what he won't do to get it, or what he doesn't believe in doing in order to get it, he doesn't believe in freedom. A man who believes in freedom will do anything under the sun to acquire or preserve his freedom. Malcolm X. I should have broke that one down, but nah, I'll leave that for you. And last one, number 3, the one I broke down today. The cultivator is alone, but those who eat are many. We'll revisit these in about 90 days and see what insights, how my insights might have changed, how your insights might have changed, or even how even my choice may have changed after the 90-day cycle is over. So this is Brother Hatim. I'm saying peace. Check me out at www.GyeMeJourney.com. Join my mailing list. You can also check out my store on Cafe Press, Gye-Nyame Journey. I got a store. We're going to be putting out shirts with inspirational sayings and inspirational pictures, nation building, tribe building type things. So be sure to support, because when you support the journey, you make it possible for me to continue doing the work that I'm doing here on my podcast and out in the community. My goal is to take about 30 kids December this year. I want to do some international travels with some young people. So that's all up to you. Go to www.GyeMeJourney.com. You can check out the tip jar, leave a tip. You can purchase a book. You can purchase a t-shirt. That's all on you. And with that, Brother Hatim says, peace.
Get out of the old and get into the new at Dutro Ford Lincoln Nissan. When you drive one of our vehicles, you'll discover the thrill that only comes from driving a Dutro vehicle. Why buy at Dutro's Auto? We offer a great selection, quality reputation, and competitive pricing, and our customer satisfaction is second to none. Discover the thrill of driving a Dutro vehicle today. Dutro Ford Lincoln Nissan in Zanesville, Muskingum County's largest volume dealer. You will pay less and get more at Dutro.
Great day, great day. Yo, this is Brother Hatim coming at you live. And I guess it is true that you could do more early in the morning than most people can do the rest of the day. Man, I'm on my third show. I'm feeling good. And I'm going to continue this pace for as long as I possibly can because I really enjoy doing this. Everybody out there, find something that you love and do it. This is Tribal Quotes. We are on day 2. So we already did the introduction. We already went through day 1. So I'm going to read the Proverbs, and I've already selected the one that I am going to work with today. I would pray that you would select the one that you're going to work with. I'm on day 2. For those of you that's following along with the book, if you want to get the book, I'll post a link for you to be able to purchase the book so you can follow along. Or if you got fast enough hands to write, I'm gonna read kind of slow, but you could write down the proverb and you could rewind, because it is a podcast. You can rewind, get the proverb that you like, and you can define it and share it with me, share it with the world, because you never know what wisdom you may be able to shine onto the world. So let's get started. Day 2. When I can look life in the eyes, grown, calm, and very coldly wise, life will have given me the truth and taken in exchange my youth. Sarah Teasdale. A miss by an inch is a miss by a mile. This is an English proverb. That's a good one. I'm going to say that again. A miss by an inch is a miss by a mile. Those, and this is number 3, those who want rain must also accept the mud. Alright, that's the one I'm going to work with today. Those who want rain must also accept the mud. But for those of you that are writing it down, let me read them again for you. Number 1 is, when I can look life in the eyes, grown, calm, and very coldly wise, life will have given me the truth and taken in exchange my youth. Sarah Teasdale. A miss by an inch is a miss by a mile. English proverb. That is a good one. I should have picked that one. But I'm going to leave it alone. Those who want rain must also accept mud. This one is dope though. So I'm glad that I picked this one. But here we go. A miss by an inch. No, my fault. Dang, I got that on my head. Those who want rain must accept the mud. Now, I want you to think about this. First, let's go through step 1. Step 1 says, on the line marked 1, you define the proverb for yourself. Break it down and see what's in it for you. So let me break this down for me. Those who want the rain must also accept the mud. You can have no good. You cannot receive any good without some bad accompanying it. Alright? So whenever you receive something good, there's always another side of it that's coming with it. You can't receive all good. There's nothing that's just all one thing. It comes with a variety of things. It might be the perfect shape, but the wrong size, and it might be the right size and the wrong color. It might be the right color but the wrong smell. There's always something that accompanies a gift that is not all the way right. You know what I'm saying? If we want the rain, because we need the rain. We have to be willing to accept one of the effects of the rain. We got to be willing to accept the mud. All right, so I defined it. So, all right, number 2. Let's go to number 2. On number 2, it says on line 2, write out what lesson you have learned from your definition and how you use it in your life. Well, I mean, like I said, when I ran across this one, which I have ran across it in many different ways. One of the first ways that I remember running into this one was a speech by Frederick Douglass, and it says something to the effect: those who want freedom but not struggle are like those who want the ocean without the mighty waves, are like those who want crops without the crackle of thunder. I mean, just the power in these proverbs, the proverb in the power in being able to place within words concepts that move beyond the words are incredible. And once I started running to proverbs like this, I really started being less judgmental. By the way, this is an old African proverb. I really became less judgmental with people because you got to accept the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my grandfather said it to me a long time ago, and he explained it to me because I heard people say it before, but I was in my late 20s, and he told me one time, he said, "Son, you can't have your cake and eat it too." And I looked at him and I said, "But it's my damn cake. I should be able to have it and eat it too." He said, No, you're not understanding. You can't have the cake and eat it, but you can't hold the cake and eat it. I said, "What you mean?" He said, "Once you eat the cake, it's gone, fool." You know what I'm saying? So you can't have your cake and eat it too. And many of us want to live life and have our cake and eat it too, when life is not like that. So I have become a lot less judgmental, because when you get somebody in your life, oftentimes you at first recognize all those qualities that you love, but then they always come with something that you didn't see. You know what I'm saying? So for me, when I started really understanding this proverb, I became less judgmental of people. Then I also realized this, that a lot of the blessings that I have received in my life didn't necessarily start off looking good. They didn't start off good. You know what I'm saying? They didn't start off good. I mean, a lot of people, we talk about the power of the rain, but a lot of us hate when it rains, because supposedly the rain ruins our day. But when we see all the beauty that this rain has brought, it's ridiculous. You understand that it was a blessing. But at first, you looked at it, was like, oh man. And that's how a lot of the blessings come into our life. So this proverb has enabled me to recognize the fact that all the blessings that I receive in my life are not going to come to me beautiful. They're going to come to me with two sides. A lot of times the face that shows is not necessarily the face that I'm expecting. So I might receive a blessing, but if I look and only am looking for the good, I might look right past my blessing. You know what I'm saying? So, but this, Brother Hatim, that's just my interpretation. Listen, you go and do your thing, pull your wisdom, share it with the world, because you never know how what you may have to say will affect others. This is Brother Hatim, and with that, I'm saying peace. You have a great and glorious day. I pray that your day is as beautiful as you are. Check me out at www.GyeMeJourney.com, and I will check you out tomorrow. Great day. This is Brother Hot Tim. Great day. This is Brother Hot Tim, and I'm coming at you live and direct with tribal quotes. I'd like to thank Brother Mansour for allowing me to use that beat. It's called Journey. And man, it's hot. It's hot. So I'm gonna keep it down low. Hopefully you can still hear a little bit of it as we go into day 3 of this 90-day process called Tribal Quotes. I'm gonna read the proverb. I'm gonna take you through step 1. I'm gonna take you through step 2. And of course, I'm gonna select one out of the 3 because we don't have time to do all 3 of them. And then it wouldn't really be an exercise if I did all 3, because I'm only giving you my opinions. And always remember that on all my shows, I'm only dealing with my opinions and my views. The goal of the journey is to get you to start expressing your inner wisdom. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to just listen to my inner wisdom and stop. That's not learning. That's not processing. That's not doing. I need you to embrace what you're learning. I need you to move forward and move beyond, because you might have some wisdom that I need. So when you comment on what I'm saying, when you comment on the proverb, you might unlock something for me that was there specifically for me to pull up out of it. I wasn't able to see it because sometimes we can't see the forest for the trees. Alright, day 3. The book I'm pulling from, of course, is Gye-Nyame Journey Workbook, Tribal Quotes. I will post up a link to where you could get that for those who are interested in following along within the book and who also want to support what we do on the journey. Here we go. Even the longest day has its end. Man. Proverb 2. Oh, that's an Irish proverb, by the way. Proverb 2. Knowledge without justice ought to be called cunning rather than wisdom. That's Plato. Last one. You learn how to cut down trees, cutting them down. That's the Batiki people. Now I'm gonna pick number 3. Hot. I mean, it was kind of hard because let me share with you. One of my favorite proverbs is, no matter how dark the night, the day is sure to come. And that fits. Even the longest day has its end. Now that even the darkest night has, it says even the darkest night. I can't remember. Well, anyway, the one I said from my mind is African. I don't know where in Africa it comes from, but this one is Irish. And what we start seeing that different cultures run across the same basic wisdom. Just like with success, when you start studying people who are successful, when you start studying people that are happy, there are certain things that they are doing in common, regardless of what culture they come from. It's not complicated. It's not hard. It's something that all of us can do. You know, so if we just get the steps, if we just understand and we break it down. So now, Plato said, now knowledge without justice ought to be called cunning rather than wisdom. Excellent one to go by. But today I have selected the 3rd one again. I selected the 3rd one yesterday. I don't want you to think a pattern is forming. I just chose that one. You learn how to cut down trees, cutting them down. Oh my goodness. Listen. Flying is a very complicated thing. But you don't see birds with a flight academy for baby birds. No, it's what birds do. Birds learn to fly by flying. Human beings learn to do certain things by doing. There is no walking academy. We learn to walk. There is no talking academy. We learn to talk and communicate. You know, and I think a lot of times by us thinking that we could distill everything and put it down in a book so that an individual can read it and be able to have a knowledge base about a practice rather than an actual application base. One of the things I think we're really missing in our culture today is an apprenticeship system where an individual will become an apprentice up under someone and they would learn a skill directly from that person. I know some of y'all like, oh, that's crazy. You know, I wouldn't want nobody doing surgery on me that didn't sit through all those hours of class work. You know what I'm saying? But what makes the great surgeon, and I know some of y'all gonna disagree with me, is the experience of being in the operating room, either operating on himself through practice or operating and watching someone who is skilled. See, the bottom line, even though we spend all this money for this sit-down education, when it all comes down to it, none of us want to hire somebody without experience. Kind of surprising, ain't it? We stress book learning, but nobody wants to hire somebody with just book learning. Everybody wants somebody with experience. Have you had experience? Look on your application. Remember your last interview. You know what I'm saying? Some of the best people at what they do are not individuals who sat down in classrooms their whole life, but individuals who has actually applied the information. Some of the best speakers are not speakers who are individuals that sat in the classroom the whole time and learning. It's those individuals who learn on the fly and who have been practicing getting up, sharing information. Some of the best people that run some of these organizations, some of these top organizations, are individuals who have learned how to run organizations through osmosis, through the process, not through sitting down and getting the book knowledge. Now, I'm not saying we need to get rid of school. No. What I'm saying is we may need to look at how we view education, how we do education. If everybody in your field is asking for experience, shouldn't we be moving towards a more experience-based education system? Well, Mr. Brown or Brother Hatim, how can you get children experience with mathematics? Well, actually, maybe we might need to start sitting down and discussing that. I'm not here. I'm just here to provoke thought. But you learn how to cut down a tree by cutting down trees. You learn how to knit by knitting. You learn how to live life by living life. You learn how to fix a car by fixing cars. Alright? You learn how to do surgery by doing surgery. You learn how to program by programming. You learn how to build robots by building robots. This is Brother Tim saying, hey, I can't wait to hear what you have to say about this proverb or about any other proverb. Please save me. Give me some information, all right? If you do a podcast and you choose one of these proverbs, I will play it. Just send it to me, get it to me. Just make sure it's clean because this is my morning show. You know what I'm saying? If it's not clean, I'll play it on another one of my shows that I could label as explicit. But my morning shows right now, except for On Mile 3, all clean. All right? So, but if you send me an unclean one, mark it as explicit so I can put it on one of my other shows. Alright, this is Brother Hatim. I'm praying that your day will be as beautiful as you are, and also have a great and marvelous day. Check me out at www.GyeMeJourney.com. You can pick up my book, Gye-Nyame Journey Workbook, tribal quotes there, so you can follow along. You also get my Warrior Handbook for Life's Journey. The Gye-Nyame Method is available on there. Players Pyramid, the updated version is available, as well as the Lost Art of Storytelling. And my poetry book is on there as well. And you can also listen to all my podcasts on my station. For those of you that are new, when you first come up, Gye-Nyame Journey Radio will be playing, and it'll be playing either Freestyle Friday or Pissed Off Saturdays. All you gotta do is go down and click it off, and you go through my blog, or you go straight to one of my podcasts. This is Brother Hatim saying peace. Great day. This is Brother Hatim coming at you live today for Tribal Quotes. I'd like to thank Brother Mansour for this excellent piece. Man, I gotta listen to it. That's why I'll be almost a minute in because I get lost in the beat. That is a hot beat, and I still got to figure out where them horns come from. I'm gonna track it down. But this is Tribal Quotes. I'm going to read the 3 for the day for those that don't know and you are new to this project. This is a 90-day life-changing process where we will walk through the wisdom sayings of our ancestors and some of our contemporaries. We're looking for the wise words that can unleash some thoughts within us that can change our life. The book I'm coming from is called Gye-Nyame Journey's Workbooks, Tribal Quotes, and it's by myself, Hatim Gye-Nyame. It's available on CreateSpace.com. It's available on Amazon.com. I will post up a link, or there's been links posted up. But if you want to follow along in the book, with the book, you can. I'm gonna post up the proverb of my choice, but today, because I found on my blog, because a lot of these have been posted up on my blog, because this is where I pulled down the proverbs down from my blog to create this book. So now we're gonna go through the steps. I'm gonna read the proverbs, and I'm gonna take you through step 1 and 2. I'm gonna choose one, because we ain't got enough time to cover them all. So here we go. Day 4. Wow, we on day 4. Give yourselves a round of applause if you've been with me all the way from day 1. Knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. One more time. Knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. Now, when I tell you who this one is from, it might blow your mind. Those of you that's old enough to know who this person is. This comes from Jimi Hendrix. Dope. Knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. Next, be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. That's dope. I should have did that one. Abraham Lincoln said that one, y'all. Last but not least, it is the fool who says they mean my friend, not me. See, and I know y'all already. I picked the third one. I'm sorry. Once again, this the 4th day we've been doing this, and I done picked the third one every time. But hey, it's been this one called out to me. This is from the Ashanti people. It is a fool who says they mean my friend and not me. All right. Step 1. You go back to the instructions. It says on line 1, you define the proverb for yourself. Break it down and see what is in it for you. Sort of like mining. We call it wisdom mining. Matter of fact, let me write that down. That was dope. Wisdom mining. You heard it here first. Alright, so there's the fool who says they mean my friend, not me. Oftentimes, many of us get caught up in the grandeur of ourselves. We are the bomb, and everybody else around us is lacking. So somebody will make a comment, and oftentimes we will think they're not talking about us, when in fact they are talking about us, because no matter how you try to hide it or try to play it down, we are who we hang around. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's no escaping it. So only a fool will hang in a group consistently and think that some of the characteristics of the group would not roll off on you. So if you're hanging with a group of fools and somebody say that, hey, man, that's a group of fools, and you looking around thinking they talking about everybody else but not you, my friend, you are sadly mistaken. It is you. This let's go to number 2. This proverb manifested in my life when I was in high school. First, on line 2, write out what lessons you have learned from your definition and how you can use it in your life to move towards success. Well, first off, 1, controlling who I hang around. Hang around with people like myself, people with purpose, people with goals, people that I could assist in reaching their goals, people who can assist me reach my goals. Oftentimes we hang around people, this is when I pick it up, we hang around people that just can make us feel good emotionally, but sometimes we need people that can challenge us on all levels of our humanity, all levels of us being humans in motion. The 5 aspects of the human being, as I taught in Give Yourself Permission, are intuition, mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. We need to hang around people that's going to help us develop all those elements. Now, one person is not necessarily going to be able to do them all, but you can have an array of friends that can help you with all these parts. Now, quick story. I learned this lesson. As a fool says, they mean my friend, not me. When I was younger and I was in high school, and I was in a program called it was a Naval Junior ROTC, NJROTC, a Naval Junior ROTC program at Garfield High School, and I was hanging. At that point in time, I was a real good student, and I was slated to move up in rank in NJROTC. I was on the special drill team that we performed like at least once a month all over the state. I was getting to school early so that I could practice. I was learning everything I need to learn. I was ace of the class, and I decided to hang with individuals who were older, who rank was equal to mine. So, for example, I'm a sophomore. I'm hanging with juniors and seniors who rank is equal to mine, and I'm a sophomore. So one of the brothers that just happened to be on the special drill team pulled me to the side and basically chewed me out. He said, "Little brother, I can't understand how somebody with so much potential will hang with these individuals." I said, "Man, you can't judge me because of my friends." He said, "Look, I'm not judging you, but I want you to understand this. You got all these people around here looking at you. You got respect, and you're going to move up in rank. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be an officer by your junior year. You may become an officer before you get out of your sophomore year, but you hang with individuals who have not gained rank in the last 2 years. You're doing the silly things that they're doing. So how do you think that does not affect you? You don't want to walk that path." So I'm just putting it out there for you. And after that, I thought about what he was saying, and it was true. You know what I'm saying? I was that fool who said, they mean my friends, not me. Alright? And I want you to evaluate in your life, where is this type of thing happening for you? But if that's your choice, there's 3 other proverbs. Let me go through them one more time, and then you could choose your own, and I would love to hear your comment. Hit me up at www.GyeMeJourney.com, or you can leave me a comment right here on Spreaker. Knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. Jimi Hendrix. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. Abraham Lincoln. It is a fool who says they mean my friends, not me. The Ashanti people. Alright, this is Brother Hatim saying thank you for tuning in. And with that, I say peace.
Community was just hands down. That was our choice. It was a no-brainer. It's like a friendship thing to me.
It makes it so nice dealing with people that have the same values as you.
I feel that Community Bank does care about not only my business, but me personally.
Community Bank still has enough power, but small enough to have personal touch.
They're working with you. They're like the old-time bank. When I first started, that's the way the old banks used to be. The community seems to be that bank, the same old bank.
Each of us has a purpose. We are destined to do something meaningful, not only to support our loved ones, but to positively impact our communities throughout the country. What do you think a private Christian education looks like? Grand Canyon University offers over 175 high-quality online programs across 9 colleges. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
Community bank, invest in the community. It's not enough just to make loans in the community.
Lovely thing about the community bank is they know what you're kind of going through.
We use every facet, from truck loans to equipment loans. They feel like part of my team.
Community Bank has been an important part of our growth and success.
The community bank is trying to grow the community. No matter what happens, they'll always be my first call.
All experiences are positive. I mean, I've never had a bad experience with Community Bank.
Great day, great day, great day. This is Brother Hatim coming at you live and direct with travel quotes. Man, Brother Mansour put his foot on the beat there, man. That's hot. I don't even know what to say. I lose myself every time I turn it on. I lost 30 seconds of the whole of the whole show just by playing that, you know. So we on day 5. Day 5. Can you believe it? Man, listen. It's a big commitment to say that we're going to do 90 days together. But I'm in it if you in it. And whenever you want a review, it's going to be here. And then if y'all want something else to continue, because I'm still finding proverbs and things like that, we could continue. But right now, we have a 90-day commitment where we're going to do 90 sessions of this. Alright, so now let's get to it. Let's read for day 5. You ready? Here we go. Achievement seems to be connected with action. Successful men and women keep moving. They make mistakes, but they don't quit. That's Conrad Hilton. Life shrinks or expands in proportions to one's courage. A nice nin. When one would climb a tree, one begins from the bottom and not the top. Ashanti. Now I know y'all already saying, look, you about to pick the third one. I wanted to pick the third one, but the second one was calling out to me. Actually, the first one was hot too, but the second one is calling out to me. And his life shrinks or expands in proportions to one's courage. So we're gonna go back to the instructions. For those who want to join me, I'm in Gye-Nyame Journey Workbook, Tribal Quotes by Hatem Gye-Nyame. I have already posted a link for the book. You can find the book at www.GyeNyameJourney.com. Look up Gye-Nyame Journey Workbook, Tribal Quotes, or you can just Google it, and it'll pop up and take you to the site where you can purchase the book, and you keep up with us out the book, and you can actually do the written exercise. All right. So step 1, on line 1, mark. On the line marked 1, you define the proverb for yourself. Break it down to see what's in it for you. All right, here we go. Breaking it down. Life shrinks or expands in proportions to one's courage. You can go no higher. You can climb no higher than your courage will allow. Life will not expand any bigger or get any bigger for you if you are plagued by fear. If you allow your fear to overcome you, then you will never, ever move beyond your fear. Now, when we live a courageous life, our life expands because we are willing to explore. We're willing to do as the first proverb says. We're willing to fail. We're willing to keep moving. And now, what's crazy about this is I'm teaching my daughter how to ride a bike. So I have to take her through the whole process. The training wheels, I started her at 2 and trying to do the pedals. She would get frustrated and stop and get, scared, and she could go no further than she thought she could. She'd go no further than her courage would carry her. So now she's 3. So she jump on it now. She could move the pedals, and because she moved the pedals, she understands now that the pedals move the bike. So now she's out pedaling, and she got the training wheels, and she's rocking back and forth, and at first she would go and she would push back and it would stop, and she didn't understand that's the brakes, and she would get fearful and get stuck because she wouldn't know. She would keep pushing it back and it wouldn't go nowhere, and it took her a while to figure out and to be bold enough to, all right, well, let me try going a different direction. And when she went in a different direction, now we go for almost a block before she accidentally hit the brakes. So her life is expanding because her curiosity, and she is not limiting her curiosity to her fear. She's being a little bit more courageous than her fear. And I notice the same thing. I'm trying to teach myself how to juggle now. I'm trying to teach myself a lot of things right now. And I'm finding that my fear of failing or even making mistakes, even though nobody is watching, limits how far I could go. I'm trying to juggle, so I felt bad about letting the balls drop. And then I started thinking about it. How in the world am I going to learn to juggle if I don't let the balls fall? Now, so I started letting the balls fall, and I'm starting to make just a little bit of progress. It ain't super, but I'm making a little bit of progress.